Suicide is the second leading cause of death for teenagers in Wisconsin.
Preble High School students are helping to get the message out about the growing problem of suicide. Nationally, 100 people commit suicide each day.
Don't let yourself or a friend become a statistic.
Suicide is an issue that doesn't get talked about in many families until it's too late. And Fox 11 Vice President and General Manager Jay Zoller hopes to change that.
I've been personally touched by knowing some people that have taken their own lives by suicide, and I just felt that somehow a TV station like ours needs to be able to do something to raise the awareness of suicide and to do something to try to help prevent suicide.
The public service campaign kicks off this week. It will include testimonials from those directly impacted by suicide, like former Detroit Lions quarterback Eric Hipple and Brown County Medical Examiner Al Klimek, who has been called to many suicide scenes.
I wish I could tell you that the immediate aftermath at the scene is the most troubling, but it's the days, months, and years to come for those left behind that can be most devastating.
To go from having a father one day to being without him the next is not something any child should have to face.
The PSAs are just part of the campaign to raise awareness of the problem of suicide. Fox 11's website, under the Community tab on the homepage, will direct those in crisis to valuable resources, including hotlines and support centers. It is also for family and friends so they can better understand the warning signs and get actively involved. The Preble students took an active part in this PSA, writing and creating the concept to get people thinking about others.
Our goal is to just try to raise the awareness level and get people thinking and talking about it. This idea that what we're trying to do here at Fox 11 is to save people's lives. And I can't really think of anything more important than to save lives.
In about 2 months, the Oshkosh School District will start screening 9th graders to see if they're at risk to attempt suicide.
Peer pressures are especially intense for that age level.
The Director of Pupil Services says the screening is part of the new Teen Screen Schools and Communities program. Only those students who want to be tested will be.
Totally voluntary. Student and parent would have to agree to do it.
Sarah Bassing-Sutton is the program manager. She says Teen Screen started at Columbia University in 1991. Volunteers will take a 10-minute computer test which screens for mental health issues like depression and anxiety. Then a certified clinician will go over the results with the student to make sure the computer's findings are accurate.
Completely confidential. It's shared with mom and dad. It's confidential from the schools.
Bassing-Sutton says if a student is considered to be at risk, a caseworker will then talk with the parents about possible next steps.
Help them get connected to resources in the community to get some help. Teen Screen doesn't do any diagnosing or recommend any particular type of treatment.
It's then up to the parents to decide if they want to seek treatment. Wednesday, the Oshkosh School Board unanimously agreed to put $37,000 aside in the 2013-14 budget to start the program.
Even if we save one life, it's well worth the effort.
In Oshkosh, Alex Rinaldo, Fox 11 News.
When it comes to suicide, Kaukauna Superintendent Mark Derwachter says his district is in a different spot because of its history. But he says the district deals with the issue like other schools across the nation.
We certainly know that this issue impacts all schools, but we have to do our job.
That job started with planning at 10 o'clock Monday night after Kaukana's principal was told a student took his life. Before school started Tuesday, the district's Trauma and Loss in Children, or TLC team, met. Teachers then told students of the suicide. Derwachter says about 100 students visited with counselors throughout the day.
Death, suicide, brings back lots of different emotions for different people. I mean, you can have 10 different people reacting very differently to death.
4 years ago, a suicide awareness walk started in Kaukauna. The one for this year is on Saturday. Derwachter says it's one of the things that will help in the grieving process.
We have to come together to resolve this issue. It cannot be solved just by the community or cannot be solved just by the school.
Peggy Corsi is one of the people who will be taking part in Kaukana's Walk for Suicide Awareness.
My brother died by suicide 7 years ago. When I learned that there were warning signs, I could not believe it. It was like a slap in the face.
Corsi says she's learned suicide doesn't single out anyone or any community. She says it can happen to anyone.
By attending walks and events such as suicide awareness or suicide prevention, again, it just reminds everyone that we're all in this world together. We are not alone.
As for Kaukauna, district officials don't know why this teen took his own life. They say they'll continue to evaluate how they deal with such tragedies. In Kaukauna, Ben Krumholz, Fox 11 News.